Hi, this video is for Michael Callahan and for Scott Robb. Michael, I know that you asked me several weeks ago for some advice on how to run the last 4 or 5 balls in straight pool when it comes to pattern play. So I'm going to go over some of the drills that I used to use that were very helpful for me in teaching me a lot about pattern play. So I'm pretty sure this will help you as long as you're going to put in the practice time. One thing that I recommend that I did not do back then that I started coming up with when I started teaching was I would set up a break shot right here. Then I would take 4 or 5 balls and just throw them out randomly and then try to figure out the pattern from there. What I'm looking for whenever I decide to shoot these patterns is always look to minimize the movement of the cue ball. Because my rule that I learned from Mosconi many years ago, which was very helpful for me, is when you minimize the movement of the cue ball, you maximize your run-out potential. So always start out with ball in hand on the first try. Now the reason why a lot of people fail to run balls consistently in straight pool is because they miss a shot, get out of line, and then go on to the next pattern. Whenever you get out of line, try your best to make it your business to master the shot that you just messed up with until you never get it wrong anymore. Because that'll actually save you years, shave years off the learning process if you do it that way. If you do it that way, you're going to improve a lot more quickly. All right, so let's start off here. Obviously, this would be my break shot. What I see here right now, which I really like a lot, is I see the possibility of, there are 2 things that I see here. I see shooting the 1, coming here, shooting the 4, coming here, shooting the 1, stopping the cue ball here, shooting the 5, come off here, and then just roll the 12 ball in, right? That's one possibility. Now let's see if we see another possibility. Another possibility would be to, this is a tricky one, because this 4 ball must be taken care of immediately. This is the key right here. So I kind of like that pattern so far. Just keep one thing in mind, when you're playing patterns in straight pool, a lot of times you have one perfect pattern, but many other times you have alternate patterns, and there isn't really no such thing as, I shouldn't say that. Many times there is a perfect pattern for the most part, but don't feel bad if you take an alternate route. Always make sure you give yourself the freedom to modify the pattern if necessary, if you happen to get out of line, while still remembering to practice a shot that wound up getting you out of line, all right? So let's see what else I have here. Let's see if there is something else that I have. Again, there's so many different ways that you can go, because the other option would be shoot this, shoot that, shoot the 5, come down here, and then shoot the 4 and come 2 rails there. But see, for me, that's a hard way, because now you're moving the cue ball all over the place, but it's still a good pattern to experiment with, so that way, just in case someday someone leaves you in that position, you don't have ball in the hand in straight pool, you have to pretty much shoot from wherever the cue ball stops. That way you have a better idea of how to run that pattern. I also highly recommend using paper reinforcements, loose leaf paper reinforcements, to mark these balls, the spots on the ball, so that way you're able to shoot them over and over and over again. I don't have them with me right now, but I know I have them somewhere here. My son keeps moving them. This is actually the first time, I have not hit a ball yet. This is the first time I'm going to hit a ball in 33 days. That was the last time that I ran 123. I made a tape for a video for Nathan Tavares, and I'm just a full-time father now, 7 days a week, while the wifey works here at home. So I'm enjoying every moment of it. I have no regrets. Okay, so let's try this. Let me actually, you know what? I think I just found them. So here are the reinforcements, the paper reinforcements. And make sure that you mark each and every ball. All right, and then of course a break shot, just in case you happen to bump into it while you're trying to figure out the pattern, right? So let's give this a shot. So this is more of a preference. I would prefer to come off the rail and go right towards the one because I can get closer to it that way without really worrying about getting out of line a lot. Some people would prefer to place a cue ball here, come off one cushion and come that way. The reason why I don't like that one is because you're kind of going away from the ball, so you have to be more accurate with the speed, right? So because I'm trying to pretty much get as straight on the one ball as possible, right? So now I shoot the one ball, come off the cushion a bit, and gain the slight angle on the 5 ball. Right? Okay, so I missed that one. Again, I haven't hit more than 33 days, so I'm not expecting much. So over here, I shoot the 5, and since I wound up with less of an angle on Michael, I'm going to make sure that I play the 12 ball here instead. Because I don't want to force it if I don't have to. I'd rather keep it simple. Then here I just cinch the ball a bit, hit it slightly, well actually as low as I can. I just want to draw it just a little bit. Just a little bit. That's one, right? So now let's set this up again. It doesn't have to be the same ball, it could be different balls. So the other pattern that would help minimize the movement of the cue ball, shoot the 4, stop here for the 1, come here, shoot the 12, come here, 2 ball, 1, 2, here, right? So that's another one, right? So again, once you start getting comfortable with the patterns, you set up another one. You can always leave the same break shot here, and then go ahead and just run little balls. And once you get the hang of 4 balls to the break shot, then you add 5 balls, and so forth, until you start seeing the patterns a little better. Now this one is actually really tricky right here. This is a very tricky one, because you don't really have any balls besides a 3 ball around the area to make it easier to play position for the break shot. See? So one recommendation that I have is, again, if you follow my rule of making sure that you minimize the movement of the cue ball, you will see the patterns a lot more clearly. And by that I mean that what I see here that I think is going to benefit me the most is, remember, you're taking ball in hand the first shot. I will shoot the 6 ball, draw the cue ball back around the center of the table, shoot the 3 ball, and then come here for the 4 ball, and either cinch the 4 and stop here, or come off the bottom rail and stop there. And now I had this 2 rail shot for position for the break shot. Right? So draw near the center of the table, now use the bridge, come here, do the inside, and then just come off the bottom rail slightly. Okay, I hit that one a little too soft, so I got that line there. So that means I'm going to need to stun this one a bit. Right? So now, once you get familiar with those type of patterns, then if you want to, you can start actually throwing 5 balls out randomly like this. So you no longer have the break shot there. You can just throw them out randomly. Wherever they stop. Right? Now, if by some chance a ball doesn't stop within break shot territory, just feel free to grab a ball. Put it right there. Again, take ball in hand and try your best to look for the best pattern that minimizes the movement of the cue ball. And again, I can't say this enough. If you get stuck a lot, that means you probably know the pattern, but you're not familiar or comfortable with playing position from one shot to the next. Take the time to master that shot. That way you have one more weapon in your arsenal to use against your enemy, and then you should be fine. I appreciate your patience, guys. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you.